Meet the wives of the richest men alive. Who wouldn't want to be a famous and wealthy celebrity? Alright, being rich is good enough for us, and the spotlight is honestly overrated. Imagine being able to pack up and leave for any destination on a desire, treating yourself to gourmet meals and flashy cars and traveling the globe. Don't you think it's nice? Forget about being nice, it's a dream come true. It's not possible for everyone to become wealthy, and some of us might only get to experience truly memorable travel once or twice in our entire lives. Unfortunately, not everyone can afford to travel to exotic destinations like Barbados or Japan to experience their dazzling natural beauty and modern wonders. Fortunately, we don't have to take anyone else's life on faith. Instead, we can vicariously enjoy theirs and fantasize about what it must be like to be a celebrity. Sometimes people get lucky, and other times they work really hard at something and end up with a lot of money. Not by lounging around all day did Bill Gates amass his fortune, nor did the Amazon boss choose to like videos online to accumulate the kind of wealth he owns. We all know about the Kardashians and Madonnas of the world, who together have enough money to fill a swimming pool and then some. Yet, how well versed are you in the lives of the ultra-wealthy? I'm referring to the world's millionaires and billionaires, like Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos, for example. Even if you haven't, that's okay, no one's judging you. Despite having worked twice as hard and earned 10 times as much money as A-list superstars, these super rich folks are sometimes overlooked. The question is, who are the people behind them? Let's take a peek at the people who support the 1% and find out who they're married to. Keep watching to find out more about the enduring relationships of the world's wealthiest individuals and the partners who have supported them. Meet the wives of the richest men alive. Amal Alamuddin, George Clooney's wife. Amal Alamuddin, wife of George Clooney, is a trained attorney and university lecturer, and from this alliance, she has a $10 million fortune. The 2014 wedding to George Clooney transformed her life and enhanced her wealth. Former spouse of Jeff Bezos, Mackenzie Bezos. Novelist and philanthropist Mackenzie Bezos is committed to anti-bullying causes. In 1993, she wed Amazon founder and occasional wealthiest man, Jeff Bezos. They were the richest couple in the world, with a combined wealth of about $114 billion. After their divorce, Tuttle became the third wealthiest woman on the planet, thanks to a $35 billion settlement. Wife of Evan Spiegel, model Miranda Kerr. In 2014, Miranda Kerr and Evan Spiegel began dating. She's a well-known designer and Victoria's Secret angel, and he's the CEO of the wildly successful mobile messaging service Snapchat. Spiegel has an estimated net worth of over $3.4 billion, whereas Kerr's is over $45 million. They're quite the power couple, with both being successful and well off. Jessica Seinfeld, wife of Jerry Seinfeld. You may be familiar with Jessica Seinfeld. After all, in 1999, she wed Jerry Seinfeld, the star of the famous American sitcom. Jessica has published 4 cookbooks and founded the charitable organization Good Plus Foundation to help low-income families in New York City. She's independent and can take care of herself thanks to her experience as a publicist for Tommy Hilfiger. However, Jerry primarily contributes to the couple's $950 million wealth. Ralph Lauren's wife, Ricky. The American clothing designer and business tycoon Ralph Lauren had been married to Ricky Lauren since 1964. Before accumulating wealth, he was a sales assistant for a tie company when they married. After that, he started a business under his name. Now executive chairman, his net worth is $6.30 billion. When Ricky isn't spending time with her partner, she's working as a psychotherapist, studying photography, or writing. Mrs. David Koch, Julia Flesher. Julia Flesher is married to Koch Industries co-owner Mr. David Koch. They tied the knot in 1996 and are still together to date. Previously, she worked as Adolfo Dominguez's assistant before deciding to stay at home and raise her family. I guess money wasn't a problem anymore. There was enough to spend. French billionaire François-Henri Pinault's wife, Salma Hayek. Despite her widespread fame as an actress, few know Salma Hayek is married to a multi-billionaire. François-Henri Pinault, the man she's been married to for over a decade, is the CEO and chairman of Kering. The international group owns high-end fashion houses like Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent. George Soros's wife, Tomiko Bolton. When Tomiko Bolton started dating George Soros, she made headlines not because of his wealth. Some questioned whether or not age was just a number because he was 41 years older than Bolton. The couple's age gap isn't a problem. They've been married since 2013, and all seems to be going well. The money is biting them even harder. Soros's success as a hedge fund tycoon is mainly responsible for the family's $8.3 billion fortune. Elizabeth Liz Koch, Mrs. Charles Koch. Elizabeth, or Liz Koch, is married to Charles Koch, the intriguing and brilliant Liz Koch, a co-owner of the conglomerate Koch Industries. It's not easy to interview Liz Koch, but we know she has a kind heart and enjoys giving back to the community. Some of her philanthropic contributions include the Wichita State University's new $3.75 million Maker Center, which offers high-tech equipment and design space for innovators. They've been happily married for 47 years and can spend their $51.8 billion wealth on a quiet, peaceful lifestyle. Serena Williams. Alexis Ohanian is a successful businessman and inventor who's amassed a net worth of $9 million. He gained most of his wealth in the social news website Reddit, which he co-founded and now chairs as executive chairman. Despite the size of his sum, it pales in contrast to the fortune of his wife, Serena Williams. Almost the course of her 23-year career, the world's highest-paid female tennis player has earned over $180 million. Anne Wojcicki, Sergey Brin's ex-wife. In addition to Larry Page and Sergey Brin, Google has two more co-founders. Anne Wojcicki, his ex-wife, stayed with him for 8 years of support and became famous in her own right. Wojcicki co-founded and served as CEO of 23andMe, a prominent personal genetics firm. It's believed that the pair was worth $40 billion while together. Prince Harry's wife, Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is a successful American actress and lifestyle blogger. I'm sure most movie lovers know of her brilliant act in the legendary show Suits. Meghan Markle, now known as the Duchess of Sussex, quit acting after marrying into the British royal family, which has an estimated $88 billion in assets. Melania Trump. Former model Melania Knauss is the wife of business mogul and ex-president of the United States, Donald Trump. With a fortune of $3.7 billion, he becomes the first president to ever be a billionaire. Melania put her profession as a model first before being married. She's progressed from an aspiring model to a future first lady since then. She's worth $50 million and has a prenup with Donald that would give him complete control of her wealth if their marriage ends in divorce. Mrs. Bill Gates, Melinda Gates. Melinda Gates is a former Microsoft general manager and prominent philanthropist in the United States. She is co-founder of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which works to improve healthcare all over the world and fight poverty. Before their divorce, Bill Gates and his spouse were the wealthiest couple on the planet, with a net worth of $103.7 billion. Jerry Hall, wife of Rupert Murdoch. Jerry Hall is an American model and actor, and she's made appearances in films and on television, like Batman the Animated Series, The Detectors, and many more. In 2016, she married Rupert Murdoch, an Australian-born American media billionaire who founded News Corp. The couple's total wealth of $21.3 billion allows them to avoid publicity while yet enjoying a luxurious lifestyle. Rob Walton's wife, Melanie Lohman Walton. Melanie Lohman Walton may be a millionaire in her own right, but it's estimated that she and her husband, Rob Walton, are worth a whopping $45.4 billion. Rob Walton is Sam Walton's oldest son, making him a potential successor to Walmart's wealth. Rob and Melanie Walton have established the Rob and Melanie Walton Foundation, which awards grants to organizations working for the better good. Mrs. Larry Page, Lucinda Southworth. Even though Larry Page, Google's co-founder and Lucinda Southworth's spouse, is very successful in his own right, Southworth is a force to be reckoned with in her own right. She's a researcher who holds a PhD in biomedical informatics from Stanford. The couple tied the knot in 2007, and in 2013 they gave $15 million to help with the Ebola crisis. The couple is worth $54 billion together. Melody Hobson, wife of George Lucas. Businesswoman Melody Hobson was once the chairperson of DreamWorks Animation and is now a co-CEO of Ariel Investments. George Lucas, the man behind the Star Wars and Indiana Jones films, is her famous spouse. They've been married since 2013, and both are revered for their roles in the classic Hollywood trend of the 20th century. A staggering $6.2 billion have been amassed by the pair throughout the course of their respective successful professions. Mrs. Amancio Ortega, Flores Perez Marcote. Flora Marcote is a former employee and current board member of her husband's firm, the Inditex fashion conglomerate. Amancio Ortega, her husband, learned to sew by hand and went on to build the fashion empire of Zara. He and his wife of 18 years have acquired a fortune of $67.7 billion. Stedman Graham, partner of Oprah. He's known for his generous donation. He's given more than $1.5 billion in scholarships to help in fighting against drugs. He also has the distinction of being the only unmarried person here. He's been with his long-term girlfriend, Oprah Winfrey, yes, that Oprah, for 33 years, and the two have opted to forego a formal marriage in favor of a spiritual connection. While Graham's net worth is a respectable $10 million, Oprah's is estimated to be a staggering $2.6 billion. Miriam Adelson, wife of Sheldon Adelson. Dr. Miriam Adelson is an Israeli-American philanthropist who graduated from Tel Aviv University's Sackler Medical School and worked as an emergency room senior physician. While attending Rockefeller University to research drug addiction, she met her future husband, Sheldon Adelson. After getting married in 1991, Dr. Miriam and Sheldon G. Adelson established a research clinic in Las Vegas under their names. His name is Sheldon Adelson, and he's the American business billionaire and creator of the Las Vegas Sands Corporation. They have a combined $33.5 billion in wealth. First Lady and Prince Albert's wife, Charlene Wittstock. Charlene Wittstock, a former Olympic swimmer, gladly exchanged her medals for a crown. Charlene became Charlene, Princess of Monaco, when she confirmed her engagement to Prince Albert in 2010. She also received $1 billion in wealth from her husband's estate, in addition to her royal title. They take great pleasure in their enormous fortune, extravagant lifestyle, and magnificent castle. Mark Zuckerberg's wife, Priscilla Chan. This list won't make sense if we could miss the man who's ruining us online via Facebook and WhatsApp. The one and only Mark Zuckerberg, co-founder of Facebook, is married to the beautiful Priscilla Chan. Given her credentials as a doctor and donor, Priscilla Chan deserves recognition for her achievements. In order to give back to the community, the couple founded the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative and gave away 99% of their Facebook shares, now worth $55 billion. The combined wealth of Chan and Zuckerberg, who have been married since 2012, is $67.4 billion. Reed Hastings' wife, Patricia Ann Quillen. For those who don't know it, Reed Hastings is Netflix's co-founder, chairman, and current CEO. The two have accumulated a lot of wealth from the network and enjoy their private life in America. They have 2 kids, a flock of hens, 4 rescue dogs, and a couple of goats that keep them busy while they're not working. They provide both time and resources to nonprofit groups. James Simmons' wife, Marilyn Hawries Simmons. James Simon's wife, Marilyn Hawries Simons. James Simons, a hedge fund millionaire, is married to Marilyn Hawries Simons. As a result of his work at Renaissance Technology, his net worth is $21.6 billion. Marilyn and her husband fell in love throughout their time spent together at Stony Brook University and married in 1977. They've been together for 4 decades. Unlike all the others on this list, they're the longest-serving couple. Marilyn is very modest, despite the couple's considerable wealth. She joined the Simons Foundation as its president in 1994, and she devoted a lot of her energy to charitable causes, especially those that support scientific and mathematical research.